for these two deserving women.
Congrats, Katana and Kayden.
There you see Isla, Dawn, and Alba Fyre, the current.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. Let's get to this. Now, Raw Talk is going on Peacock right now. I don't have access to Peacock, so I cannot watch Raw Talk. I don't know what the picks are, but I might end up doing another video this week, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday or something like that. When I get a chance, I'm going to try to record another video, and I'm going to kind of give my thoughts on the whole future of the girls who are on the main roster and kind of talk about where NXT is going to be going with the girls that replace these girls on that NXT roster. So I do want to do like a video like that. So, but for right now, let's talk about Katana Chance and Kayden Carter. They got drafted, man. And shout out to, who was that? Ghostface, I think that was in my poll. I think, yeah, he gave me a shout out, man, because he told me that, man, hey, he was like, Ace, man, you been getting these right with the veterans, right? Like, you been getting this right with the veterans. And I was basically telling him, like, you know, I mean, I didn't get a chance to reply to him yet, but I saw his comment, right? And he let me kind of like figure out that, yeah, man, I've pretty much called all these, man. Like, if y'all been listening to me for the last few months, y'all know that at some point, more than one time, I've been talking about Zoe Stark getting drafted. I've talked about Isla, Dawn, and Alba Fyre getting drafted. Ever since they've been a tag team, because originally it was really just Alba Fyre, and then when they got together, I was like, maybe they'll put them together and get drafted. And then I've been grouping them together. They got drafted. Katana Chance and Kayden Carter, I've been talking about them for the longest being drafted. And then, what did we say? Zoe Stark, and then Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell was the youngest one to be drafted, I think, so far, on the ladies' side in NXT. But all of the, like, older veterans, they're gone. Like, after this week, all of them are gone, man. All the ones that were, like, over 30 or over, like, 28, 29 years old, they were gone. Like, it is, like, super young on NXT right now. But they're all gone. They're on the main roster, and they deserve to be up there. And I'm so glad, man. Like, Kayden Carter and Katana Chance, I was really worried after Friday that they would spend another year in NXT. Not that that's a bad thing, because the booking is way better on NXT. But I still wanted them to be on the main roster, because I think Casey Catazario, who plays Katana Chance, is actually like 34, I think. Yeah, I think she's like 34. If I'm not mistaken. I think Casey is like 34. Or 33. Either like 33 or 34, man. But that's kind of old, man. Like, like, as far as on NXT, it's kind of old. Like, that's not old in terms of wrestling, because that's like 33 is still like, she could go until she's 40 something years old, because I mean Trish is like 47, 48 right now. So and then Alyssa Lane, who plays Kayden Carter, she like 34. So I'm like, at some point they just got to be drafted, bro. And they put in a lot of time. They've been tag team champions already in NXT, and it should be interesting tomorrow, because they're going to face Isla, Dawn, and Alba Fyre. So one of these two teams are going to go to the main roster with the NXT Women's Championship. That's going to be very interesting. So I'm guessing they're going to probably have to defend them. Going down there, they're going to have to still be in Orlando defending them, or maybe someone gets a chance to come up to the main roster and get them from there. I don't know how they're going to do this, but one of those two teams are going to end up keeping it. I mean, either having the tag team titles. So this makes me think now, like, I might have to refrain a little bit. That means that Isla, Dawn, and Alba Fyre might be keeping these titles. It definitely does not mean Kayden Carter and Katana Chance are going to be getting them now, because I thought that was going to be the case if Kayden and Katana were going to be staying down in NXT. But now that they've got drafted too, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this. I don't know if they're just going to vacate them. I don't know what they're going to do. But they're still going to have that match tomorrow on Tuesday, man. They're still going to have that match on NXT. So either way, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be, I think that's going to make it even more interesting to see who wins. Because now it's up in the air on what direction they want to go in with those titles. So we'll see, man. That was an odd challenge that they made. And like, looking back on it now, I'm like, man, now that they threw us kind of a curveball with that one. But at the end of the day, I'm just glad Katana Chance and Katie Carter are drafted, man, because they're exciting. I think the main roster audience is gonna like them. They're high flyers, like, especially Katana Chance. They high fly, and they're like one of the things. See, with NXT, they've actually built them up as a tag team. Like, they haven't been built up as solo players, right? Like, Katana Chance and Katie Carter haven't been built up as like solo players. They've been built up as together. Like, they've been a duel throughout most of the NXT run, right? And especially over the past year, since Katana Chance can't change her name. Like, they've basically been a tag team duel, bro. And that's what makes them unique. And obviously Isla and Alba Fyre has been built up that way too. But before, like, it wasn't even that long ago where Alba Fyre was a solo wrestler. You know what I mean? So right now, it's like you got a dynamic tag team that, because I really think Katie Carter and Katana Chance could dominate as tag team champions, right? They could dominate as tag team champions. So it's going to be very, very interesting. And they had and they actually looked at each other too. Katana Chance, Katie Carter, Alba Fyre, Isla Dawn, because they sat next. I don't know if they sat next to each other, but I know they had looked at each other in the NXT draft room. It was pretty interesting. But okay, so this is my thinking too, because actually Raw in general, guys, and this is what we're going to talk about in that draft video, that draft rapper video that I'm going to make for all of the woman picks. What's interesting is that I think Raw has been upgraded really good. Like, Raw has been, I think Raw won on the women's draft side. Obviously, I think SmackDown still wins on the men's side. They got pretty deadly too. Like, I saw that they got pretty deadly. But on the Raw women's side, they upgraded hard, bro. They've upgraded hard. Like, let me list the names off of the people that they've got right now. They've got, listen to this, they got Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Indy Hartwell, Kayden Carter, and Katana Chance, Zoe Stark, and then you still got Rhea Ripley, the Eradicator, Becky Lynch, and Trish Stratus. I think Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green are on here too, but dog, you got Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler who might still be trying to go at the tag team titles when Ronda gets healthier. Like, your tag team division on Raw is like way upgraded. Way upgraded. You got about 3 good teams right now that could go after those tag team titles. And then Liv Morgan, once she separates from Raquel Rodriguez, like, that's stacked. Like, because I know she's probably going to be going after Rhea Ripley at some point. Then you added Indy Hartwell, bro, who's the young prospect on that roster right now. And Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark, who can be added to any heel stable group that they put together, man. Like, they got mad pieces on Raw right now. I don't know if y'all looked at it that way, but they got mad pieces. Because what I would do, like I said, I would do Katie Carter and Katana Chance. And what I might do, I might have them go back and forth between NXT and Raw for a little bit. And then you could still build that parking lot mystery storyline and turn them heel and say that they were a part of that. And then have Zoe Stark in a group with them. Man, because I would still like to see Katie Carter and Katana Chance turn heel, bro. Indy Hartwell's going to stay face because I think she's going to be lined up with Dexter Lumis, Johnny Gargano, and Candice LeRae. They're going to put that together. But yeah, man, they are stacked. And I even mentioned Candice LeRae because Candice LeRae, I think she's staying on Raw. But, like, man, they... Because Candice LeRae is going to be enhanced a little bit more with Indy Hartwell more than she was before. But, damn, I mean, Raw has really upgraded on the women's side, bro. They have really upgraded. It's going to actually be really fun to actually watch. Just by themselves, Indy Hartwell, Katie Carter, Katana Chance, and then Zoe Stark. It's going to be fun just watching those 4 coming from NXT. And we'll see who else comes up. Because, like I said, Raw Talk is going to finish up the draft. So we don't know who else is going to be coming over there with them. But It's gonna be exciting starting next Monday, man. After Backlash, it's gonna be real exciting. Give me y'all thoughts on this. I'm actually gonna put up a poll, and I'm gonna ask you guys who was the most interesting NXT draft pick so far. Yeah, I might do a couple of polls in there. Go in the community tab out and check that poll out, man. Cause I'm gonna have an interesting set. I might do like, I'm thinking about doing 3 different polls, and I'm gonna ask you like who you think won between the SmackDown Women's Division, Raw Women's Division. I think I'm gonna do another one. Who's your favorite pick from Raw? And then I'm gonna do the NXT one. So it's going to be very, 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 very exciting, man. And last thing, NXT is going to be okay. So I know NXT lost all this fabulous talent, but they're going to be okay because they got girls who were waiting in the pipeline right behind them. NXT's got a lot of talent, man. They got some girls that wasn't even being used that well. I mean, not used well, but like used at all. So it's gonna be pretty fire, man, to see how this goes. But go ahead and give me your thoughts, man. Go ahead and give this video a like. Hit the like button for me. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new. Thank y'all for watching. After dudes to like.